man, I'm not even wearing my shirt. On this installment, I'm going to be painting a cat house with a cat waving goodbye to a cat going to work. There's going to be a sun in it and a tree. I'm trying these new abstract paints, and you could they're pretty convenient. You could open up and just put paint on the canvas. I might be doing that a little bit later. Let's see how it goes. I put every color on my palette. I'm used to all my colors being really runny, but that's the dollar crafters paint, dollar store crafter, Dollarama crafters paint I've been using forever. So I only have 7 colors. And I'm using a weird color for a white. It's called Flesh Ochre. And I don't have a black, so later I'm going to mix this blue and brown together, mix them together, and that's going to make a black. I did that in a previous painting I just did because I was curious. I googled how to do that. They gave me a few different colors options. I think it's red, green, yellow, and blue. Those colors make black as well. So I'm just gonna get right at her, paint the sun. I imagine the yellow being always transparent, but these are new paints, probably pretty good for being opaque. The opacity! I'm learning new things too as I paint. It's pretty neato. I don't know how I'm painting the edges. I'm not really planning on it. But I guess maybe it's too late now. I'm painting the edges of this canvas. Do you paint the edges of your canvas? I'm going to do something controversial, I think, in this episode. I'm going to paint the cat brown. Very controversial. It's going to be awesome. I got these paints at Ridgeside Art, which is a business owned by Christina Watts. She actually does a painting show herself. It's called Just Paint It. And it's on Shaw. Cable 10. I don't know if she continuously does it. I looked it up on the Shaw community YouTube page. And there hasn't been an episode in about 9 months. Ooh, the lead of the pencil's kind of mixing in with this yellow. Making it dark, I don't like it. Something about these paints is compared to the dollar store paints, that they're kind of glossy compared to them. The dollar store paints have a matte finish, and they kind of stand out, so that's why I wanted to try only these paints. Abstract by Saint Elier. They're French. Made in France. Very French. Good paints. So far, I like them. This is the first time I'll be using all the colors. And I plan on using none other than these. Done with the yellow. I'll be right back. I just went and grabbed this canvas. And this canvas is one I've been working on for a lot. It's on canvas board just from the dollar store. I probably spent $1.25 on it. And it's my alternative right now to paper towel. I don't have any paper towel in the house. Go figure, I can't afford any. So I'll just wipe down the brush on it. Get all that pigment out. And then I'm right on to the next color, except I'm not. So I'm creating another piece of art while I'm working on that. Before I get too much further, this is the one from last episode that I was working on. I painted the background black by mixing the blue and the brown together. And then I used the flesh ochre as the color of the moon and the stars. And I also colored the complete background of the red upside down cat blue. And the yellow cat upside down cat I painted green, except for the stars I kept on that one. So yeah, I thought I would update you. I painted that off camera. It was just bugging me. Continuing on, where's my palette? Maybe use a bit of a bigger brush. That's a really dark blue. I want a light blue for the sky, I think. So I'm going to take some of the flesh ochre and mix it in with the blue, see what happens. Ooh, I don't think I added quite enough. I'm scared to go back with this paintbrush now. So I'll just put that aside because I want to use it. I'll use another paintbrush to grab more color. I'm going to grab the rest of it and just kind of dump it in there. Not get too much of that blue. Just should really keep this canvas more handy. And just kind of wipe it off. Put it aside. Mix them together. Now it's starting to get a real pale blue. Kind of like that. Now I just kind of hope I have enough for the whole sky. I don't bother about the edges yet. Something, I was looking up abstract paints. I'm doing my due diligence on the internet searches, seeing other people's review videos. Makes me kind of think maybe I should do a review video of the paints I use. Maybe. Seems like a lot of work. And I don't even know. But then again, I was there looking for paints, seeing what people thought. But they're always doing their thoughts right out of the package. So maybe I'll do a few paintings and do my own little thing. I won't do that big of an intro. Maybe I'll do a little intro. Maybe I'll just do my GP Does PG intro, why not? I really like it. A thing about Christina Watt's show is she has music in her background of her show. It's edited by Kevin Neal. Speaking of Kevin Neal, I'm going to actually paint him in a future episode. I'm going to be painting Kevin Neal eating a hot dog. And regardless, it's going to be hilarious. So check out. Can't wait for that one. She also has that fast forward feature. I think they just go to some of the dead spots of the audio. It's my assumption. And they just fast forward it, and it's kind of, and speed up the film framing. Kind of like the beginning of my show on this episode, at least. I don't know how long I'll be using that intro for. But what I did was you could see what I did because it's in the camera's in the shot. But what I did was I started off with a super close up of my face, and I slowly zoomed out. And as I did that, I twitched my face. I started off with a big smile, and I kind of like lowered my gaze and went into a frown kind of thing. And then in the edit bay, I flipped the footage around and I sped it up by 50% so it matched the theme song. And it kind of gives it this stop motion animation feel. I really like it. I might try and do it again, or I don't know, go back to the first title. I don't know. I kind of like the one with me sweeping. Reminded me a lot of the Bob Ross with the big brooms as paintbrushes on the green screen. I don't have access to a green screen anymore like I used to. But I'm sure I could set one up. It's not that hard. That's like a really thick sky. I feel like that's a lot of room on the painting. Like could have been used for something else besides just sky. And I almost used up all my blue already. I'm gonna have to go mix some more. But I'm gonna have to. I'm gonna have to mix more paint. I don't know how much to use, and I want to be cheap with it too for some reason, just because that's my natural instinct. I don't know. Dip that in water. Let it sit for a second. Get the blue. This is ultramarine blue. Yeah, and then the flesh ochre again, because that's my most whitish color on this palette for today. Can't wait to go back to the titanium white. I don't really have a good... Oh, I do actually. This is kind of... I have a whole set of 12 colors that was gifted to me. And they're kind of high end. I'll be explaining them in the future. But we'll save that for the next episode. I'm sure it won't be much longer before I do another one. I kind of enjoy doing these a lot. Yeah, I don't know if I'll outline the sun. Maybe I'll give the sun a character again. I like giving him sunglasses. Making him be the 2 box of raisins guy. 2 scoops of raisins in Kellogg's Raisin Bran. You could send the check to Garrett Perry, please, Kellogg's. While I'm at it, what the heck happened to Diamond Shreddies? I miss them. They tasted way better than regular Shreddies. High-end paints. This is kind of nice. I have to figure out my style all over again. Using high-end paints. I'm used to the dollar store. The dollar store cheapness of the paints kind of became my style. But I'm glad to give them up at the very same time. Get the heck out of my house, dollar store paints. As I'm still using dollar store brushes. One step at a time. One step at a time. You know what's missing? Bushes. Happy little bushes. But I only have the one green. But I have white to make so and soon I'll have black. I'm sure that black will go a long way. I don't think I'll be taking that long of an intermission between this painting. I kind of want to get this one done. Except in the intermission is when a lot of the things happen. That's when the ideas flow, you know? You get inspired. That's like the first opportunity you have to sit back and look at it and be like, ah. I think I'm going to invite some people to come on my show. Psychiatric Painting with Perry. And as models. Because I want to paint them. Is that creepy? It's not like I want them to be naked or anything. Or maybe, well, I obviously do, but it's not like that's going to happen. I don't know if I want to paint this cat brown or not. I do like brown cats, but it's always my signature to paint the orange ones. Kind of get the edge of this. I can't quite see over there. Kind of doing a show on YouTube. Yeah, there we go. Running out of blue. I better make do whatever else I could cover up with green, I suppose. Get close to this tree a bit. Close this tree a bit. I can cover the up with leaves, cover the down with bushes. Yeah, I'm going to move on from this blue pretty quick here because I'm out again and I make some more now. Because of the planting bushes down there. Might as well go. Give her, get her. Alright. Alright. I drew a neon cat, but now I'm just going to cover it all with paint, and let's see where that paint piece goes. I guess I'll just go down for the grass. That's what I'll do next. Get a little bit of that flesh ochre. I kind of don't want to use that straight up green right away. Kind of want to use it as shading, I guess. I guess I could have put a little bit of yellow. That would work too, to thin down the... Because all I have is a little bit of yellow left anyway. Maybe eventually. Maybe I'll put like a little yellow patch in the grass where the cats pee. Because they pee outside. And they're civilized. They pee in a spot. I think I'm still going to try and get a golden brand paint. Yeah, the Phthalos. Pathalos. But that might have to be a down the road type thing. Those paints are expensive. Watch me make a mess. Right here on YouTube. Subscribe to Garrett Perry. It'd be kind of cool to make this house. What pop with the sky? It'd be kind of cool to mix some of the brown and the green, I guess, for bushes. See how far this paint goes. Kind of gooping them on. I'm not just staining the board. Gooping the board. It's a stretched canvas. 16 by 20 if you're wondering. I never specified the sizes before, but I've jumped all over the place from 8 by 10s. I did a few 9 by 12s, or maybe just one 9 by 12. I think I did an 11 by 14. No, that's a sheet of paper. I think it was slightly bigger than that, but that was a canvas board. Alright, I'm going to try to get some of the pigment out of the brush here, but waste not the paint. I guess I'll just go a little bit into the future of the painting. It might be nice to actually produce other people's painting shows for them. I already know what to do, camera-wise. Sometimes it gets boring, painting by yourself. It'd be kind of cool to sit behind the camera. Alright, I'm going to use the chunk of yellow right by the door, because they just go outside the front door and pee right there. And it kind of killed the grass a little bit. But we all understand that. That's the spot they pee and they poo somewhere else. Put some green on the brush. Still have some yellow. Kinda. Maybe I should have diluted it a little more, but stupid. Alright, I'm gonna really clean down the brush. I'm gonna try and shade that together a little bit. It's a little too ridiculous. Take away some of that excess paint, I guess. I just want to go for my shirt. I missed my painting shirt. Maybe I'll put that on during the break. I'll just put it on over this shirt. There. A little more subtle, I guess. Okay. Back to work with the grass. I guess the fast forward feature is sometimes nice for spots like this. Like, I could just shut up, like, I don't know, in the edit bay I'll edit this out. Or no, I'll fast forward it. I believe Jim Ether does that too at times. He does another series of, his series of painting videos, which is Painting with Jim. But he also does another series. I can't remember what it's called right now off the top of my head, but he fast forwards. He does like the fast stop motion kind of painting. Make it look like there's grass there. Maybe just a dead patch. Maybe some brown would have been nice in there. Sometimes you just forget about what you're talking about too. I don't know how I go or thought I would doing on the radio for an hour talking with the guest. But like I announced last episode, I'll be interviewing the mayor soon. So hopefully have Roman Kozlowski come on the show. He was unable to last Saturday, but that was because he had a show. Do you think these cats mow the lawn? I think I might come back to the screen a little bit later, maybe in the next segment, and like make it grow up around the house a little bit. Am I gonna paint those bushes? Maybe. I don't even know the name of the green yet. Hooker's Green. That's a good one. Good one, Garrett. Hooker's Green. I don't get it. It's like the money they make. But then why not just call it money? I think it would make sense, since I'm painting with the green, to go right up to the tree. But I don't think I'm gonna. I don't know why I just dipped it in the water there. Lower the opacity of it, I guess. Didn't really need to do that. Yeah! Grass! So, what color would I make the door if I made the him brown? Just a dark brown? I'm going to mix that black together now, just so I have it ready. Blue and brown. Looks like I need more blue. Brown is kind of sticking through. Need more blue. Don't. Burps are free this episode. Brought to you by Ridgeside Art, I guess? I don't know. They probably don't want to be associated with my burps. Especially I'm just using their products. They have no idea they're on the show. Why am I mixing the black together right now? Ooh, that's starting to look black. Might have a bit of a brown tinge to it, but I guess it dries darker once it goes on. Yeah, that's my black today. On the Google search it said a rich black. So I got the black ready. Maybe I wanted to mix some black with the green to darken it up, but that's pretty dark green already. You know, it didn't even seem to make that big of a difference. That green really overpowered it. I'm gonna put some more in there, see what happens. Mixing colors is fun. Oh man. This is like gonna be a palm tree? I never really paint landscapes. I don't really paint trees. Paint abstracts of cats. What the heck? I should have just painted a bigger cat here. Maybe it'll be a cat tree. I should paint a cloud too, but it's going to be a flesh ochre cloud. Maybe I'll mix like a dab of blue into it and make it real pale blue. I used up all my green. That's good. I wanted to use more green later on. I wanted to let this dry in the break anyway, and just use more green here, and then kind of like shade it in. What color should the house be? I have a feel it should be a funky color. The panic, the pressure. I'll just clean off this brush on my secondary piece of art. I got some red and brown. I have a lot of brown because I was planning on making the house brown. So right from the beginning, before I even started filming, I was like, I'm gonna make this kid brown. So maybe I'll just put it on a base coat. Maybe darken it up in some areas. Ooh, I'm almost out of time for this before the camera shuts off. So I'm just gonna quickly put in some black shades, some brown shades. Arms. And then I'm gonna take a quick break. I'll be back before you know it. Red shirt will be intact. Maybe I'll just continue on with some of that brown. Some of that brown up on that clown. I got a minute left. Let's just keep going. No, I'll take my break now. And cut!
About a flying machine. It's the strangest damn thing that I've ever seen. It was made out of rock, but it still could float. Drift through the air like a metal boat. Took up some cedar and I took some sails. I melted up some metal to create the rails. Now I'm flying high. Could bend, and the time was a thing of its own end. That space and time were intertwined. A billion years of chaos and I'm feeling fine. Made up some math to explain it to you. It all feels familiar like I always knew. I just had to wake up. exists because of the human mind. You give light to the sun, harness the wood. If it wasn't for your consciousness, well then what could? Realize how the universe observing itself, and a strange harmony was suddenly felt. Now I'm flying high. Alice was learning to fly on a bending hand of tree light. Alice was learning to fly on a bending hand of tree light.
And welcome back. I'm gonna paint the trunk of this tree. I said I wanted to do a gray, so that's why I had two things of white, but then I used all the white. So I'm gonna move a little bit of white over there, the clean brush. With the dirty brush, I'm gonna grab a bit of that black. A little bit of that black. Put it to the side. Oop, shoot, too much blue. I'll use just a bit of black on the brush, and I'll mix it in with that white. Ooh, it's like a pale blue. The blue really shone through. Yeah, that's starting to look gray. Really can just make any color you want once you have the primary colors, eh? So I'm just gonna put just a thick layer of gray, and then I'll kind of shadow it with more white, and then I'll go with some black with the detail brush. So there's the gray, and then I guess the sun's on this side, so it'll be shining that way. Grab some of that white, just mix in with the brush. Probably too much gray on the brush. Should have wiped that off. Back to my secondary piece of art. Why'd I grab gray? That was the same problem. That was the exact thing I was trying to get out of the brush. Alright, get a bit of white in that brush. Yeah. I'll put like a knot in there with the black. It'll look tight. Got some white on my brush. Got some green in this package. The abstract packaging is pretty neato. I like it. Put some of that color directly on the canvas. Try that out for the first time. Oh, that's pretty cool. Not mixed in with the black, so that's just a straight up color. Got a bit of the gray. See, that's kind of backwards now, but I'm gonna roll with it. Don't have much choice. So this is just the green with a mix of that flesh ochre in with it, instead of the titanium white, which I would normally use. Well, I got this color. I'll just put like a bit of a branch there. And then I'll put some darker color there. And then I'll grab some of this dark. I didn't take that long of a break, to be honest. The paint's still kind of wet. So I'll grab that dark color, put it on my brush, kind of complete it. There's a limb there. And then I'll dump that. Grab some more of that gray. There we go. So bushes. What I'm going to do differently with the bushes. I'm going to grab a bush making brush. I think I wrecked a lot of them with stenciling. Grab some brown. Mix it with that green. see what happens. Kind of like a dirty brown. Ugh. I'm gonna mix all that green in there now. Kind of like builds up against the rim. Kind of like even darker green. Just a little bush deer. I don't know why. Here will be a bush to cover up the root of the tree. I know why that bush will be there. So that's just bush layer 1, because I am going to put another layer of bush color. So I have to gob it on tick there for. Okay. Yeah, I didn't go much into the grass there. Maybe I'll put one on this side. The other one died because of the pea batch. Alright, now I'm going to grab some yellow. I'm going to use it all on the sun from the first patch. So I'll just grab another little dollop. Mix it in with that green. Kind of lighten it up. I don't know, is it getting muddy now? No, I don't think so. I like that color. Just kind of... I know it's missing now. Got all that yellow in there. This will be a layer, another layer. Almost looks like the grass though. I might have to outline them later. Bit of brown there, covering up now. I didn't realize. I can see now. I paint in where the dining room would be in my house. I kind of live alone now, so it's where the bit of light is. They have a lamp set up. There's no more flesh ogre. I'm gonna have to use another dollop. I know, I'll just use a little bit, mix maybe half of it in. That way I could mix more in later. Ooh, that's like really big difference. I just put like berries in the bushes. I gotta put like a trail where the kitty's walking, maybe. Grab that other dollop of white, mix it in with the rest. Just green. It's actually quite accumulative, not using all that paint. Well, I'm at, oops, shoot, I got like a dot of red in there. And just kind of blend right in. That was really just a dot. Like a real layer of greens for those bushes for some reason. I think I got carried away. Nope. It's kind of a lot of pigment on the brush. Secondary canvas. Need more flesh choker. This time I'm going to be mixing it with the brown. I'll just put a lot out. And I'll be needing more brown too. So that's for the kitties. I do have that red out. I think I'm going to make one of these cats down here just red. I'll do that right now. Oops. Some paint on my fingers. I didn't even go get my red shirt. I'm such a dummy. I promised I would too. You people at home are like, what the heck? Another thing about this show, I don't have a time limit. It doesn't have to be under half an hour. I don't have to fast forward. I could just play all the slowness. You could really show off my technique, because I think that's something I exemplify. Technique. That's a joke. I put paint on the canvas, and I do it with these dollar store brushes. I learned what a filbert brush was, learning from Christina Watts. I was just watching her show. Been watching a lot of Bob Ross on Netflix as well. Highly recommend that. It'd be kind of cool. Maybe I should follow along one day. But it's kind of hard too with the acrylics. That's going to be the man cat. I'm playing. I judged his pronoun, and then I'm going to make that the girl cat. So I'm going to go grab a new paintbrush. I have a pink color. This will also be the nose. You know, I'll just get it out of the way. Paint the nose while I'm here. Painting in such detail requires such concentration. I should get like a list of talking points for each show. Treat this show like a real show. I want to have more models come on the show and hang out and actually converse with them while I try to paint them. So if you're interested and live in Prince George, or if you're passing through, want to visit, come over and say hi. Want me to paint you? I will. Alright. She's going to have a black nose. Might as well give them both black noses to offset that pink nose. While I'm doing some detail work, I'll grab that flesh ochre and I'll go around to the eyes. Ooh, it's a nice color for eyes. I like it. Whatever, I'll go over the lines a little bit. Don't matter. I'll be covered with brown anyway. Ooh, that pencil's really mixing in well. Maybe it's all too soon to be putting the whites of these guys' eyes on. I think I'll be making their eyes brown and making the brown cat of the house, make them blue or something. Have that really deep blue I could use. I kind of watered it down with the flesh ochre for the background, but I could have really deep blue eyes for that cat. Alright, I'm going to get a bigger brush. How bigger though? Where'd they go? This isn't my brush, it's my sister's brush. She left it here, but it's bigger than the rest of my little dollar store brush collection here, so. Oh yeah, I like the mixing of those colors. The flesh ochre and the brown, it really makes a nice color. Ooh, that's nice, as Bob Ross would say. You go, pa-choo! But he's doing that when he's painting trees. He'd paint little cabins in a lot of his shows. Oops, kind of got carried away there. Make it a little bit bigger, why not? It's covering over it pretty nicely. 1 second. I should put like a satellite on this cat. I like satellites. You guys ever listen to Lou Reed's Satellite of Love? Maybe one of his more famous songs after Rain Drops Keep Falling on My Head. Is that the one? No, that's someone else. I was just listening to the best of Lou Reed. I think it might have been him. I don't know. I can't remember right now. These bigger brushes are nicer for these bigger canvases. What do you know? I have all these little brushes for detail work. I hope that didn't... I just knocked the tripod. Whatever. Have the cameras really close to the show this time. It'll help with the autofocus of the one camera, and this other camera, it's actually where the audio is coming from. I don't have that lavalier mic, that one that clips to my shirt anymore. I do have it, it's just not being used. I might use a more detailed brush down there for the cat. Digging the new paints. What do you know? Been using the crappy paints for so long. Yeah. I think I'm gonna have to paint that door a different color. Paint that door black, I think. I see a white door and I want to paint it black. Not quite. But I tried anyway. Huh? Maybe I should paint the planes of the... Yeah. I'm running out of that brown pigment now. It's all the flesh ogre's taken over down here. I'll just blend it in. That's fine. Alright. Get a more detailed brush. Save some of that last bit of the brown pigment. Mix in with a tiny bit of flash ochre. Good. I don't have to get too close to the cat. I'll probably cover it up with the black. Go to the ultramarine blue. Said I was going to use this for the eyes. Maybe I will. But I'm going to use this for the window too. Straight up. Out of the tube. Not quite. It's not quite as an opaque color as I would want it to be. Maybe I'll make one of that eye's cat it's blue and the other one green or brown or something. And I noticed I covered up some of the leg of that cat. So I'm going to go back to the brown. I have to put some more out. Just go straight forward that arm. More pigment. I only loaded up one side of the brush. I'll go over and do this side too. I'm gonna go and try and mix a little bit of the black with the brown. I'm gonna grab a little bit more. Oops, grab a bit of the green in that pigment, but and I'll blend it in, darkened it up. Using up all that black. Alright, this is just for one eye. Now a lot of pigment on this brush, so I'm going to the other canvas. What? Now that's art. Oh, I had gray. What did I have the gray? Oh, for the tree. So I'll get a wispier brush. Go back to that gray, hopefully. Hope it's not dry. It's been a while. It's been a minute. Oh, make sure it's not too loaded. I'm just kind of go with that, go with that, go with that. Hopefully that's all out. Leaves a bit more pigment. Just kind of blend that in as well as I can, I guess. That's kind of a clean brush. Go back to that blue. Maybe I will add a bit of black to that blue. It's looking a little brownish, but whatever. It's a really deep blue. I like it. I guess all that really is just a little bit of brown mixed in with it. Because the black, all it was blue and brown. Oops, it's kind of sticking out a bit more. Use my spit, gross. Got it in the eye. Made it worse. Could always go back to that flesh ochre and cover that up. Going for that door. I have like very little black left. It's mostly mixed with the brown. Oh, it's the second time I've knocked that camera. I better check it. I only have a few minutes left of this. Yeah, it looks good. You know, it's kind of making it good. It has a little bit of a brown tone for the brown door, or the brown cat. Door painted. Believe it or not, this is my canvas in the work. I've been painting on this for like 50 minutes now. This is ridiculous. And that's all I got. At least the whole canvas is covered with paint. They call this the ugly phase. I'm gonna have to mix some more black. I'm gonna actually attempt to do 3 colors next time. I'll do that when I get back. Maybe I'll dispose of this canvas. But before I do, I guess I have a bit of pink on there. Just put another. Pretty neato. Everybody loves it. I'll be back right after the second intermission. Excuse me. Thank you for sticking around. I'm gonna mix some black first right off the bat. Let's see. I'm gonna try it a different way this time. Big gob of yellow. Big gob of red. And a big gob of blue. And all that color mixed together will make black. Let's see. Get a nice brush. One for mixing, and then I'll just wash it. I put a lot of paint in there. That's looking really muggy. Some more of that blue coming in on the side. That's the black I've decided I'm going to use. It looks kind of gray. It said to use equal parts. Maybe there's more pigment in some of the other colors though. Now I'm going to use the flesh ochre right away. Now I'm going to make some clouds. Cover up some happy little accidents, I guess. Just kind of putting a light layer of this white, and I'm gonna mix in with the flesh ochre, I guess. Mix in some gray into the clouds. Just cover that up with black, I guess. Pretty cloudy day there, I guess. Looking good. I guess I should have just like mixed another layer of sky. Would have helped me a lot there. Mix a little bit of that black in with this white. It's kind of brown. It's kind of like highlights more than anything, I guess. Make it a little thicker here, trying to cover up the edge of the sun in the sky there in between, under the cloud. One of my favorite Rolling Stones, his songs is Under My Thumb, but it's also covered by a Canadian band called Streetheart, and they do a real disco version of it. I like that almost more. Is it too cloudy now? Before I go on to that black, I'm gonna whip out some blue. Add it to the black while I'm at it here. Whoop. But also just want some regular blue. I want to do another coat on those windows before I move on. I'm going to outline everything in black, but I don't think I'm going to outline the sun this time. Like I was saying, I don't think the opacity of this blue is up to my standards. I feel like I'm learning to paint all over again with just new paints, you know? It's kind of cool. I was like finally just starting to get the hold of the dollar store paints, and all of a sudden, I'll go over this eye. It's really, ooh, that's beautiful. Looks like I need a dot white right there. Go over their eyes one more time because I kind of went over the paint a little bit. Yeah, I might as well have, since I have the white out. As close as we'll get to white this episode. The flesh ochre. I like this brush. I think I'm going to save it. Have been doing this. You know, I still didn't get my red shirt. I had so much, took a lot of time off in between the last installment. I'm just gonna use one of the dirty brushes. Mix this blue in with that rest of that black. Didn't really darken it up too much. Almost like you just gave it a blue hue to it. Maybe blue wasn't the missing color. Let's see what happens on my other canvas. See, it looks gray. But I guess that's just what I'm going to have to do with this episode. Yeah, that's pretty clean. It's like the opacity of the black isn't as much as I want it to be. Oh, did I put my fingers in some wet paint? Felt like it. Must have been that blue. The blue of the eye. Yeah, see, like it's like blending right into that brown of that eye. Make the eye a little bit bigger to match that other one. Kind of put it in thick because I wasn't seeing it. Nose covered. Get this line down the side. Get his 3 whiskers. I always put in 3 whiskers. Just my style, I suppose, for the cuties. I occasionally put in more. Of course, he's not smiling. Now I'm going to put shingles on the roof. That's going to be the cat. offset these. Each layer down. Oh, maybe I'll just do this. Oop, put my hand in some blue. Missing my red raggedy t-shirt. It's the second time I missed it. This whole episode. It's meaning to change out of it. I think I want to give the impression of bricks on the chimney, but I'm not going to make it as steady as the shingles. I'm just kind of like put a few bricks here and there, kind of dealio. And that's it. Actually, I'll make some of those black, I guess. Shingle cat. I don't want to get too carried away and make them too big. I don't want to make them all match. But at the same time, I'm a little lazy. Saying that I'm a little bit lazy might be an understatement. I'm extremely lazy. Burps aren't worth as much as farts. If I was farting on this show, then I'd have a hit. Then I'd be able to charge for my farts. And then I'd be on a Patreon. Could get my farts for a premium. But no, I don't think that's the way my career is going. But what do you think? Are burps more valuable than farts? These are the questions that plague mankind. This is quite a labor-intensive process. I'm almost done painting these shingles. I wonder, it must be more labor-intensive to actually shingle a house, so I'll just keep on painting. I'm like nearly at the bottom. I gotta stop soon. This might be the second last row. Maybe the last. No, it has to be the second last. See, it's like on this side it feels done. Here. There we go. Finish that roof. Whew. Painting a wood frame around this window. These are some fancy cats. They must own a lot of Windex. Those are some big windows. Oops. I think I made a mistake there. But no biggie. I don't think anybody will ever notice. Or maybe the mistake will be the only thing they ever look at. See, this door is darker than the outlining. Maybe I should have just went to that brown and black, brown and blue, black. I'm going to get a more detailed brush for these little kitties. Little suitcase is supposed to be black. I'll just go for it, I guess. There's a lot of too much paint on the brush. But at the same time, I like a lot of paint on the brush. It was just kind of gooby. Oops! Ah! This is quite a small cat, even for the canvas. Alright. Put my finger right in the wet paint. Now I want to put my wet paint finger right on the canvas. I didn't draw this cat's tail. No biggie. That was on purpose. I think my B camera stopped. That's fine. That's a pretty wide angle anyway, so we'll just continue with that for the rest of this video. Jesus, this video is just about as long as my last one was. But that one, the B camera, lasted the whole time on a full charge. I have a feeling like this black is getting grayer as the time goes on. Go a little bit over this arm again, I think. Did nothing. Ew. Just cleaning off the brush a little bit. It's getting a little goopy. Whoops. Let me just rub off the paint I just meticulously put on the canvas. What's that? I don't want to have to take another intermission. 2 intermissions? Last time I played a music video as one of the intermissions. Maybe I'll play 2 music videos this time. Why not? It'd be pretty cool. Oops. Who knows what I'll play? They're just kind of old videos I found on a hard drive. I haven't been saving all the painting videos just because they've been so large. I've been feeling like the YouTube has been a place where it'll be immortalized. I don't see it going much further than YouTube though, so at the same time. And YouTube views aren't even getting that crazy. It's like, I think my last one had 2 views, so thank you to the 2 people who watched it. Say hi sometime. Tree. I won't get too crazy with the lighting of the tree. Or maybe I'll get extremely crazy, who knows. Yeah. It's so close to being done. I want to say it's just done, but it's not. I don't think it's done. Oh, I only have a minute and a half left on that camera. I'm just gonna paint some flowers, I guess. I'll do it really quick. I'll restart that camera. I won't go around. Green, forward the stems. Getting my paints covered in paint. Ain't that a thing? I'm gonna put a little bit of red. And I'm gonna put a little bit of red because they're gonna be orange flowers. I'll mix those together in a minute. Alrighty. Almost done here. Gonna mix the flesh ochre in with a bit of green. Get this really pale green going on. Go back, grab some more. Yeah, I'll even use the same brush. There's just gonna be like 5 tulips or something. Maybe I'll make some over here too. Oh no, I forgot to put the black layer. Shoot. Kind of went on pale. Yeah, that's it. And then I'm gonna mix these colors together. Hopefully we get a wicked orange going. Leave some red out if I have to. Mix in some of that yellow. A lot of red left over, but I kind of want a pale orange. Just put it on real thick. See a lot of color there. It's a real glob. Just since the opacity is like not very, it's like very transparent, you know? Do you know? I just learned some new words. Okay, I was familiar with the words from Photoshop, but who knew they were applicable with paints? Let's see. I think that orange would be. I'll mix some of that, a lot of that red in with that orange. Get an even deeper orange on this paintbrush, and I'll sign my name or my initial. Psychiatric painting with Perry, number 13. Funky Cat House. Hope you enjoyed it.